Getting to around 12% body fat is what most men want. It's lean, it's aesthetic, and it's healthy. But so many guys tell themselves the same story. I'm just too busy at work right now. I have too many responsibilities. My career comes first. And I get it. I've done the 50-hour work weeks in the office, but I still managed to do it. And I've helped others do it. Take a look at Jay, who works 60-hour weeks in a corporate law firm. He lost 40 pounds in 180 days. So if you think your job is the reason you're fat, trust me, it's not. The truth is you need a system and a new lifestyle, because right now your life is set up in a way that's going to keep you fat and stuck forever. Waking up, hitting snooze 3 times, then eventually rolling out of bed and having to run out the door to get to the office on time, grabbing some high calorie shit on the way to work, then by the time you actually get out of work at 6 p.m, you tell yourself you worked too hard and you're too tired to go to the gym, so you end up going to the pub to chill out, end up sinking 4 or 5 pints, then you lay there in bed at night and tell yourself, tomorrow I'll get serious. I lived that exact way for years until one day I looked to myself in the mirror and I was honest with myself and I told myself, if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. Work isn't just going to one day get less busy. I'm not going to have less responsibilities in the future, and I'm only getting older. I realized I had to build a routine that fits around my work life and make small incremental changes that is going to compound to the result that I want. And guess what? If I can do it, you can do it. And today I'm going to show you the exact changes I made so you can do exactly the same thing. The first change I made, and probably the biggest change that I had to make in order to reach 12% body fat, and that you have to make too if you want to achieve that, is start prepping your lunches. When I was fat, I used to buy lunch out of the office every single day, and that comes with two major problems. Firstly, you're nowhere near getting enough protein. You'll be lucky if you get 25 or 30 grams of protein, and that comes with two problems in itself. You are not going to feel full because you haven't had enough protein, which means you're way more likely to end up snacking and eating too many calories later that afternoon. Secondly, you need protein to build lean muscle mass. If you want to look good, you need high protein. Adding to that, you have no idea how many calories is actually in the food that you're eating. Yes, that wrap and that salad that you buy at the market may look good, but trust me, with all the oils, the extras, and the seasonings that actually go into it, you're looking at 700 to 1,000 calories, and that's just on lunch. I can still picture the moment I went out the office one day and I got myself a Sainsbury's meal deal. I got back to the office, sat down to eat it, and I thought, let me actually read what's in this. It had 950 calories and only 25 grams of protein. I looked at that for a few minutes and I said, Jesus Christ, no wonder I look the way I do. The shift that I made, and the shift that you have to make if you want to see similar results, is you have to start prepping your lunches at home. And I'm not talking about cooking giant batches of chicken and rice at home. I'm talking about simply whatever you make for dinner, make a double portion. Then put that second portion in some Tupperware, and that way you have lunch for the next day. It's really that easy. And if you're thinking, well, that sounds like too much effort, that's fine. If you want to eat like everyone else, you have to accept the fact you are going to look like everyone else. By the way, if you're wondering what you can actually cook that's high protein, low calorie, and easy to make, I've actually put together a recipe book that contains high protein, low calorie recipes that you can cook in less than 20 minutes, and you can grab that with a link in the description. Free fat loss protocol. What you eat is going to determine how your body looks and how you feel. And yes, it's hard when the responsibilities and your obligations start piling up, but guess what? When you fuel yourself properly, you're going to be able to fulfill those obligations much easier, and you're going to develop a better body. I also started walking a hell of a lot more. When I look back to my step count when I was at my fattest, it was around 3 to 5k, because I was getting Ubers and public transport everywhere. And I can almost guarantee you that if you're someone with a busy job, your step count will be something similar to that as well. Honestly, walking is one of the easiest changes you can make, and it adds up so quickly. Not only are you going to burn calories, it de-stresses you, and I'm telling you right now, it will become the favorite part of your day. You can de-stress, decompress, and burn calories at the same time, so there is no loss that comes with walking. And if you're sat there right now thinking, well, I don't have time to get all those steps in, don't worry, I have a few strategies for you. Firstly, walk when you take your work calls. How often are you on the phone? 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day? Walk around the office or go for a walk around the block whilst you take those calls. Secondly, walk on your lunch break. Even if it's just a 15 or 20 minutes, that's going to add an extra 2 to 3k steps to your bottom line every day. And when it comes to your commute, get off the train a couple stops early or park a little bit further away. A great example of someone who did this was Jay. He started getting off 2 stops early on the way to work and the way from work. And guess what? That helped him lose 40 pounds of fat in 180 days. And believe me, he has one of the most demanding work schedules I have ever seen in corporate law. So if he can do it, you can do it too. As well as that, if your setup allows for it, get yourself a standing desk and even get yourself a walk pad to go under that desk. And I guarantee you hitting that 10 to 15k mark will become easy. The bottom line is the more you move, the more calories you burn, the more fat you lose. Steps is one of those small changes that will compound over time and help you achieve the body and the life that you want. Next, I started forcing myself to go to the gym before work. One of the biggest lies I've ever told myself is that I'll go to the gym after work. I can't tell you how many times in my life I said that. I'll get my gym bag in the morning, head to work, and I say, after work, I'm 100% going to the gym. I'm 100% going to hit the gym. Guess what? It would get to 6 p.m. I leave the office and I say, fuck that. I'm not going to the gym. I've worked so hard today. And I justify it by saying all of this different crap. I end up going home, sitting on the sofa, ordering some delivery, watching TV till like 11 p.m. and I get in bed at midnight and I say, tomorrow I'm actually going to go in the evening. I'm going to go after work and I'm going to smash the gym. And did it ever happen? No, it never happened, ever. And I was stuck in that loop for years. I'd say I'm going to go to the gym, I'd go home, feel guilty, eat some shit to make myself feel better, and it never actually happened. Be honest with yourself right now. How many times have you said to yourself that you're going to the gym or you're going to do some kind of workout after work? 20 times, 50 times, 100 times, 500 times? And have you ever actually done it? If you truly want to get to 12% body fat or just be in better shape, you have to start working out in the mornings. Mornings work so much better because there's no decision fatigue, you still have your energy, and you haven't just gone through a hectic 10 or 11 hour workday. Also, when you hit the gym in the morning, it literally sets you up for success. You walk into the office feeling like a fucking champ, you have more energy, more focused, and you get more shit done. It's hard at first to get up, get out the door and go and do it, but make it easier for yourself. Try and go to bed just 1 hour earlier and that will make all the difference. And also pack your bag the night before. Gym shoes, gym clothes, whatever you need, stick it next to the door. That way you're way more likely to go. And when that alarm does go off and you're rubbing your eyes, pick up your phone, it says 6 a.m, 5:30 a.m, and you feel the warmth from your covers and all you want to do is just close your eyes and go back to sleep. Ask yourself this one question. Am I a bitch? And if the answer is yes, then stay in bed. One thing I will say is that when work got really busy for me, I just stopped working out altogether. And one thing that fixed that for me was reversion workouts. Reversion workouts are simply shorter versions of your standard workouts. Let's say your standard workout is 60 minutes. Your reversion workout should be 20 to a maximum of 30 minutes. That way when work is hectic, the responsibilities are piling up and you have all those obligations that you just have to fulfill, you can revert to your reversion workouts. That way, one, you still make progress, and two, even more importantly, you still stay in that disciplined routine. So when work gets better and things get back on track, you are still going to be in that routine and you won't fall off for long periods of time. So listen, if you are serious about getting in shape and you work long hours and have a busy job, throw the idea of evening workouts out the window because they are not happening. Do them in the morning. The final change I made was that I toned down work-based drinking. Now look, obviously work drinks are just part of the game, especially when you have a client-facing corporate role. You have to network, you have to schmooze a bit, and you have to show your face. But if you actually think you're going to get in good shape while still drinking 4 or 5 or even 6 nights a week, you are delusional. Trust me, I've lived that life. Monday to Thursday, client lunches, then going to the pub after work and having 4 or 5 pints, and then Friday comes and you tell yourself just one, ends up being 10, then you get that 2 a.m. dirty kebab, you go home, try and sleep it off, wake up at 11 a.m. on Saturday with a raging hangover, and what do? You order McDonald's breakfast. Those moments were actually some of the worst moments I ever had in my life when I think back to it. Waking up at midday, raging hangover, wondering why I did it the night before, and feeling as fat as ever. And the worst part about it is it's all normalized, but if you want to be 12% body fat, you can't be normal. Normal means average, and the average man is fat. The better way to handle it is go, show your face, fulfill your obligations, but don't end up staying all night. Opt for having one drink, or better yet, go alcohol free. In today's world, there's 0-0 beer. It looks the same, smells the same, tastes the same, and guess what? No one actually gives a shit that you're not drinking. And when you drink less or nothing, you'll be more focused, network better, build stronger relationships, and close more deals. You have work and career goals, and you equally have health and fitness goals, and you can improve your chance of achieving both sets of those goals by drinking less alcohol. So you would be a moron not to grab that opportunity with both hands. So look, you can do it. You can get into amazing shape whilst working a shit ton of hours. Your job is not a valid excuse. You don't need to put anything on hold. You just need a system, and you need to build a routine that fits around your work schedule and your life. If you're telling yourself you just don't have time, your job is too demanding, or this just isn't for you, I'm here to tell you now, It fucking is. I've done it. I've helped guys like Jay do it who work 60-hour weeks, lose 40 pounds in 6 months. You need momentum, you need to stop winging it, and you need to act like someone who actually wants it. And look, like I said earlier in the video, if you have no idea where to start and you're new to all this, you can grab free training programs and a recipe book, link in the description under free fat loss protocol. Alternatively, let's say you want to fast track this by working one-on-one directly with me, where I will look at your circumstances, look at your goals, and put together a step-by-step action plan to help you get there so you can get in the best shape of your life. Click the work with me link in the description. Other than that, if this video helped, leave it a like, share it with a colleague, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.